years old and is non-verbal autistic child. She cannot stand here and speak for herself, so I am her voice. For almost 2 years now, Jessica has been sitting in a nursery age class where she should have been learning, developing, and moving forward like any other child her age. She is supposed to be transitioning into year 1, but instead, she's been held back, denied the education she is entitled to, and treated as if her needs do not matter. This is not an isolated case. Right now, there are over 1,000 children in Bristol who are waiting for their educational health and care plans. Many are waiting nearly a year, even though the law states no child should wait more than 20 weeks. Whilst the council blames funding and make excuses for our children, like Jessica, are losing precious months and even years they can never get back. Let me be clear about the failures of this council. You leave hundreds of children waiting months or years for assessments. You fail to communicate honestly and clearly with families who are desperate for answers. You do not provide suitable educational and therapies when they are written into legally binding EHCPs. You routinely place children on part-time or reduced timetables, denying them their right to a full-time education. You ignore complaints and ombudsman ruling. You have repeatedly been criticised by Ofsted and the Care Quality Commission for not improving. And to top it all off, you've even been caught spying on parents who dare to speak out. These are not isolated mistakes. These are patterns of neglect and disrespect for the most of the vulnerable children and families of this city. Even children have the right to an education that meet their needs, support, and the development and allows them to thrive. This is the law. This is basic human decency. And yet, we are here as parents forced to stand outside the council's own offices because polite emails, meetings and complaints have not changed anything. To the council officers and councillors inside this building, we will not be silent, we will not be intimidated, and we will not accept your excuses any longer. You have labelled families fictitious simply for fighting for our children. Today I say clearly, I am not the problem. Jessica is not the problem. Your failures are the problem. I stand here for Jessica, who is nearly 6 years old and desperate and deserves so much better. I stand here for every child in Bristol waiting for an EHCP. I stand here for every parent who has been ignored, belittled, and threatened. I am Jessica's voice. I will not stop speaking out until she and